I didn't. All right, so I'm going to jump right in as far as some questions go. So the questions and thoughts of and the mindsets of a big closer. So I see Sinan's drinking some coffee. So coffee's for closers. Uh, so Sinan, what are some things that you do as far as like your habits and standards that just put you in a really good headspace to be really confident for Mr. and Mrs. Jones?
Right. Habits. So I wake up early, like 4:30 a.m. Have my gratitude journal right next to my bed. So I do that right in the morning. Three things that I'm grateful for. Um, I'm a huge believer of, if we get upset or frustrated when something doesn't go our way. For example, let's say your car didn't start that day, but when your car starts that day, like the day that you're waking up, like today, for example, you have to be grateful for it. Does that make sense? So like
Why
everything
should they
that
be grateful for that, Sinan? I know, I know where you're coming from and why that's important, but like for someone that's like new to this kind of thinking, like why is it important for them to be grateful for adversity like that?
so if yeah, so like I'm saying, if you get upset or frustrated about something that doesn't go your way, you have to be grateful for everything that goes your way, because grateful um is a like a state like a another level of energy, if that makes sense. The more grateful you are, the more life is going to go your way. Does that make sense?
Yeah, because then you open yourself to possibility, open yourself to receiving. When we're in a state of
Yes,
gratitude, we open ourselves to receiving, and Sinan does that really well.
exactly.
So that's
So guys, I remember this from a Tony Robbins event that Jacob took us 2 years ago when we ran our first branch together. As I was working as his assistant manager. Tony Robbins was talking about, hey, 500 years ago, if I told you that we were going to so like I'm going to be able to see a person from another continent, or looking at a box, and this box picks up invisible waves that goes around us right now, right now I'm talking to you guys
right.
through invisible waves that my box is picking up, that I'm seeing Jacob and I, and you would probably hang me or like burn me because I'm a bitch.
Right.
but but now this is possible. So what I'm saying is, to you, being grateful, it creates another level of energy through your body. Like, you guys played Call of Duty or something like that, or watch a movie, soldiers, like they have like night vision goggles. They see these character like humans like in red, like giving off energy, right? So we do give off energy. So I'm saying, when you're in a grateful state, you give off that energy, and universe, cosmos, whatever that is giving you what you want.
Yeah, no, that's a great just frame in terms of helping people understand gratitude and energy, and the more grateful we are, the more great things start happening to us. And what Sinan is doing really really well ever since I started working with him back in 2018 is I know he's always one of the most confident people in the room. And before he goes into a demo with Mr. and Mrs. Jones, he knows that his goal is to help them get an awesome product. But Sinan, before you go into a demo, like what are some of the things that you tell yourself? Like what are some of your habits before a demo that kind of just sets you up for having a great demo?
Okay, let me tell from the beginning. So when I started this job, my first months, I had no reason to believe in myself, because like I had no contacts, no nothing. Like I was reading from the manual for that took me 2 hours, because like obviously English is not my first language. So like I was reading really slowly, and people were just staring at me, like for hours, not even understanding me. So what happened was, I went to conference. I saw like 18-year-olds selling 40K, making 15,000 bucks over summer, buying themselves cars, and like my ego was high at the time. Okay, maybe this was like false ego, but this was good at the time for me. I'm not saying ego is good, but at the time it was beneficial for me, because like I had false confidence. Like I had no reason to be confident in myself, but I was confident. I was like, man, if that dude is doing it, I can do it. So like I had that mindset. So I did that over the summer. I sold 30K, made 8K, went back to school and everything. So right now I'm looking at Steven Zhang. Obviously he's awesome dude. He's crushing it. I'm like, if Steven can do it, I can do it. Like I'm in that mindset right now, you know?
Right.
So just have immense belief in yourself, even if it's false at the time. Sometimes you're going to feel like, oh man, I'm kidding myself. Like I'm a, what was I saying to myself before? Like I'm lying to myself or whatever. But like you're not lying. It's just you have to have that confidence, your belief in yourself, so you can start doing that stuff, you know. And in my demos, I'm like, this is Cutco. This is what it is. If you buy it, you buy it. If you don't, I don't need you. You know, like I would buy from Jack. I mean, I'm not surprised that was Jacques. If I'm butchering your name, I'm sorry. I mean, I would buy from
You said it
Jacques because like,
correctly.
okay, you're so confident. You know, like this is what it is. This is what I do. And if you implement it, you'll get it. If you don't implement it, it's your problem. You know, she doesn't care. You have to be chill and cool like that. You know. And the first person, after you pitch, the first person who talks loses. You just gotta shut up and listen. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that's a great mindset. And Sinan, when someone gives you an objection, like what are you thinking in your head, and how are you kind of best serving that customer?
I'm like, yeah, that's totally fine, Mr. Jones. That's totally fine. So you like Cutco, right? Yeah. So what is it about this set that you're concerned about? And then like, but because that's what you're trying to say, that's what you're trying to find out. What they're saying is, oh well, we did the patio, we did the basement, we just did the roof, whatever. Like they're just giving you all these like BS's, you know. You're just gonna say, oh, that's totally fine, I totally understand. If I were in your shoes, I would feel the same. Like objection cycle, you guys already know this. What are you going to do next? What is this up? So Mrs. Jones, what is it really? You like Cutco, right? Yes. So what is it about this set that you're concerned about? And then they're going to say, oh, I don't see myself using this. Then price or whatever. Then you handle those. And how you handle those, Mrs. Jones, you can always send those pieces back and get a full refund. That you explain that in the forever guarantee. If you explain that well in the forever guarantee, it's going to maybe come up, but then you're going to handle that easily because they already know about the fourth part of the forever guarantee. If they about the pieces that they don't see themselves not using. And then if it's the price, you drop down to the give them free stuff. What do you mean, like by free stuff? I mean like giving the table knives for free, reducing the price, or just dropping down to the galley set, you know.
Yeah, that's great. And Sinan, one of the biggest thing I want you guys to get from Sinan is just how confident he is. Like Sinan came from nothing in terms of this job. He had no names and numbers. He had two that were like just tough demos, but Sinan saw the possibility. He saw what was possible, and he took action on it. I know some of the biggest things from when he first started with me in the summer of 2018 were just like, we always focus on mindset. And I was like, hey, Sinan, what are you going to sell in this demo? And Sinan would always say,
Siggy with steak knives.
Siggy with steak knives every single time with high energy. If he wasn't high energy, I would have him say it again and again and again and again until he believed in it. And when Sinan sold his first Siggy with steak knives, he's still on the demo with me. He's in front of Mr. and Mrs. Jones. And he's like, Jacob, guess what I just sold? And he's right in front of Mr. and Mrs. Jones are literally across the table. I just sold a Siggy with steak knives. And I'll never forget it because that was such a breakthrough moment for Sinan. And he ended up selling 30 grand that summer. He made $8,000. He went back to school and he's kept selling consistently during the school year. And Sinan, he just hit his 150K promotion just this past week. And I know, Sinan, we didn't get to celebrate that with you. So I want everyone to just give Sinan some love like that. That's something to be really fired up about. Sinan, we're really proud of you for what you've been able to accomplish. Super excited to have you on our CSP team. And I do want to leave a little bit room of a little bit of time here for questions, if anyone has questions, and then I do want to close out here because I know we're coming close to the end of our meeting. But before I do, kind of, pass it back to Seabass, I want to open up for questions. So who has a quick question or any particular question for Sinan?
Oh, I have a question.
Sure. What's up, Precious?
Okay, so since like I'm starting out with a lot of no sales, and you kind of quickly like rised up. So how did you keep pushing it, even though like you got multiple no sales and you got to where you are right now? What was like your motivation to keep pushing for that?
What was it, Precious?
Yes, Precious.
Precious, like I said, that when I went to that seminar, just immense like false belief in yourself. Like I was delusional. But I just like believed in myself, like, okay, I got this. Like whatever they say, you're going to find someone who's going to buy from you. When you find that person, after that, it's so freaking easy. It keeps coming. It's crazy. So it's all about that confidence, So you just gotta believe that someone is going to buy eventually. And don't be nervous when you're doing a demo. It is what it is. If they don't get it, they don't get it. But you just have to then practice your demos.
Yes.
Go field training. See how other people doing it.
Yes.
Like I went to Steven Zhang's demo like 2 years ago. Before he was a six-figure Steve. Like he was Siggy Steve, but like he wasn't six-figure Steve. So I kept like going on his demo. I went. I didn't go to many demos like field training, but what did I do? Let me see. I just kept seeing people. It's just practice. It's just riding a bike. Like you're not going to ride a bike right away. You just gotta practice.
Thank you.
It's awesome. Thanks,
for sure.
For that, that was awesome. I know a lot of people resonating with you in the chat box there. We'll go with one more question. So let's see. I see Jaquise.
I have a quick question.
Yeah, go ahead, and Jaquise, I'll go ahead and
Okay.
I'll let you.
So I've been hearing that your average order has been like 1.2K for the past 2.5, almost 3 weeks, and that's pretty insane. So what are some ways? Well, really, I'm asking, how do you pretty much put in perspective, like, buying more, going with like a set, or almost the kitchen is the best route?
Hey, first of all, I was talking to Jacob about this.
To say this.
I don't say that when I have 1.2 average order, I don't say insane. I say like this is normal. This is what I do. Like every morning, daily affirmations. When I'm in that theta states, theta. This is so much deep. Like we're going deep in there. Okay, so growing up from age 1 to 7, you're in that theta state. Your mind is programming. You're watching other people, learning from other people, like the languages and stuff like that from your parents or whatever. You're in that theta state. You're programming yourself, and then you become a habitual person. Like humans are habitual. Okay, so when you wake up, like the first hour, you're in that theta. You're just like sleepy, half awake, and then I start listening to I am affirmations. You can find those on YouTube if you want to. So I started listening to those, and then I journal, and then I put my own daily affirmations. Like I'm in front of the mirror. I'm like, bro, like I'm hyping myself up. Like I just keep reminding myself where I've been, what I've been through, and where I'm going. So I've been through this. I did this. Like who else can do this? Like this I'm confident, but like obviously I'm not cocky. Like I'm still trying to learn from other people, but like I'm just hyping myself up. And but like right now I'm saying like I make 10K a month. I make 10K a month. That's what I do. I take care of my family. I'm strong. Like I take care.
You do.
I make 10K a month. But whatever. Hey, so like I'm in that mindset. I'm super grateful for it. Like whatever that you guys believe in. Like I'm not saying like one religion is better than another. There's obviously people who believe in different religions who are happy and successful. But I'm saying there's a higher power. So I'm saying I'm talking like to him like this, dude. I don't know what you are, but thank you. Like thank you for saving me. Like I was dying, I was literally dying, and you saved me. Like thank you. So like that's huge. You have to be grateful. That's one thing. Other thing is when I'm doing the presentation, I show everything. Like I show the complete set, I show the family set, I show the homemaker set. After I show everything, this is what I say. Mrs. Jones, for you, for your family and your guests, would you guys benefit more from having complete set, the family set, or the basic set? Then they tell me their preferences. Then I say like that, do like Mrs. Jones. Like before even I said that, I say this. Mrs. Jones, for you, for your family and your guests, would you guys benefit more from having table knives or steak knives? They give me table knives or steak knives. If they say steak knives, like I don't show them the basic sets because Mrs. Jones, the basic set doesn't come with the steak knives. That's why I'm going to get you the price for the complete set or the medium set. Like I asked that, would you benefit more from the complete set than the family set? And then she picks one. And then I showed the one that she picks. If she doesn't like it, I say like, what's you're uncertain about the set? And then she tells me price, pieces, and then we drop down. Like it's not rocket science, guys. Really, it's easy.
Yeah, and Sinan tells himself it's easy, and he tells himself he's confident. He's gonna do it. And he's gonna go after it, and that's who he is, and that's a standard.
I mean, exactly. Affirmations are kind of, if you jot down affirmations, only jot it down, not believe it. That's BS. Like you're lying to yourself. Obviously, what you're gonna do, you're gonna say it with passion. Like you gotta hype it up a little bit. You gotta feel it.
Yeah, you do. You gotta feel it.
Then it's incantation. When it's incantation, you're spelling your mind. Yes, like I am the fucking man,
Yeah, you are. That's great.
Thanks so much. Those questions were super chill, and I was paying attention to like how when you ask them for your family and for your guests, it's more so letting them know like, hey, this is your next entertainment set for the next 20, 30, 40 plus years. So that's awesome.
Exactly. If they just look in their fair family, not everyone has like 12 people in their family, like in their small family. So like obviously they have like cousins, aunts, siblings. So like you gotta let them think about those people too.
Exactly. Great points. So I know we were past time. Sebas, I don't know as far as our message here today. First of all, thank you, Sinan. Thanks for hopping on, sharing some good value. I know everyone took a lot on mindset and strategies, and I just want to say thank you for hopping on between demos. You are, you're the man. Appreciate you.
Peace.
Peace.
Just to wrap up, I mean, Sinan, as you heard, this wasn't just like an overnight success. Now, how do you speed up that success is just committing to daily actions, committing to the process. It takes 10,000 hours for someone to becoming a master. Champs Club, just like Lindley said, I see consistent people there every single day. Yes, it's not the most exciting thing to wake up early. I get it. But like, you consistently show up, you consistently get better, you put in the time, you'll get rewarded. I have all these friends I just traveled with that were like corporate jobs. They're just like a number. So my buddy's like, his goal is to move up to the senior exec position. He's gonna make, I don't know, 225 grand, which is solid. Don't get me wrong. You guys can make that a lot faster and put your money to work in the right places, retire earlier, not having to work for someone. I saw this YouTube video of work somewhere where you can learn how to run a business. And this is such a good platform to learn those different things of like running a business, working with a staff, etc. It's such a good training ground because the stakes are lower, right? Same thing with all your clients, but showing up matters. So nice job showing up tonight. We have Rising Star.